Hi there, folks. Mick Hawes, Builders Business BlackBelt, with another video on our theme for the month, which is planning. This is actually take 2. I did the whole video and it was really good with the mic switched off. So I'm doing this one with the mic switched on. This will be our last video for this month on this theme. So this month has been planning. If that's important to you, there's another 2 or 3 videos that we've recorded previously on different parts of planning. I think it's super, super important. In this final video of this month, just want to unpack something that I learned many moons ago, in fact, many decades ago, from Stephen Covey, author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he had a saying, and he basically said that what most people do is prioritize their schedule. What we should do is schedule your priorities. What does he even mean by that? In my experience, what most people do as far as planning is not much. They keep it all up there and they try and remember stuff and they forget stuff and they put themselves under immense pressure and stress because it's just so difficult to manage everything. So you need some form of a tool, whether it's a paper-based diary or what have you. And so some people do that. They'll get a list. They might use their phone, things like that, and they'll start to create a list of things. And this is where Stephen Covey's saying most people prioritise their schedule. What they should do is schedule their priorities comes in. Because what most people do is that they have, what he means by prioritise a schedule is you've got all of this stuff to do. So your list for the day. And then we attempt to prioritise it. We put it in some sort of order. It might be we try and put the most important one at the top and work our way down. We might use a numbering or a lettering system to prioritise things. But what he's really saying is by just prioritising your schedule, it's the equivalent to the old saying of you're rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Potentially, the stuff that you're trying to prioritise isn't really all that important. So what he suggests is what we should do is schedule our priorities. Now, what does he mean by that? So if you know what your priorities are, and I'll get to that in a minute, but let's assume that you do, you then use a tool to block out time to schedule those priorities. So again, assuming you know what is important, you can use a tool like a month at a glance. That's why a paper-based diary works really well. You can look at a whole month at a glance and you can put those high priority activities into your month at a glance. A month at a glance is a really powerful tool, particularly a handwritten one. And if you color code it, for instance, you have personal stuff. It might be personal health stuff might be a color. It might be personal financial stuff might be a different color. Professional development and meetings and working on the business might be a different colour. Working in the business might be a different colour. So you might have 5 or 6 different colours in your month at a glance, but when you look at it, it's like a snapshot and you can see whether there is the appropriate amount of effort and time going into each of those areas. But if you are scheduling your priorities, that is one way of doing it, is having something that you can block out time to do the things that are your priorities. The majority of people, in my experience, don't know what their priorities are because they don't have any detailed written goals. They keep it all in their head. But in my mind, you've got to have detailed written goals to know what your priorities actually are. If we don't have that, what we tend to get pushed around by is the emotion of urgent. And I've done a whole other video, if you want to scroll back, on the power of understanding and making decisions based on importance rather than this emotion of urgent. And remember, whatever we do and repeat, we get good at. So if you continue to allow yourself to get pushed around by emotional decision making and whatever seems urgent and whatever you'll get the most relief from doing. The more you do that, the more you'll do it, and the harder it will be to make decisions based on importance. But go back and have a look at that video because it will make sense. And so instead of prioritizing our schedule, which is just trying to put priorities on stuff, we understand what our priorities are because we've got good, clear, detailed goals, and we schedule time to ensure those activities get done. And again, refer back to the other video, most of the activities that will come from your really important goals, you will find will have no urgency attached to them. And that's why they're so easy to put off. And put your hand up if you know that there are things that are good for you, your health, your relationships, your business, your financial situation, your team, your business, your clients. You know that there are things that you should be doing and you don't do them. So you're already aware that you have these priorities, but you're potentially frustrated that you just never ever get to them. Generally, that's because there's no sense of urgency. This can change that. And in my mind, you need to have these clearly written, detailed goals to know what your priorities are, to be clear on what your priorities are. And the key with this is you're capturing your goals when you're not under pressure. The phone's not ringing, people aren't screaming at you. You're sitting in a quiet place and you are deciding where your life wants to go, where your business wants to go, and you're capturing the goals and the objectives to go there. They're the really important things because you're not being pushed around by urgent at that time. So having a process for your goals is really important. And I've got a goal template. If you want a copy of this goal template, more than happy to get you one. But it's a very simple template. At the top, it's got the goal statement. The next part of it is what's called the start line. And the purpose of the start line is for you to write your current situation, how shitty it is. I want to achieve this goal because currently I feel this, I'm frustrated about this always happens, and this annoys me, and blah, 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 blah. And you write everything you possibly can about why it's important to achieve this goal, to get away from these circumstances. And so the first part of it is pushing you away from your current situation. The next part on this template is called the finish line, and you write down everything you can think of about how awesome this would be once it's accomplished. How would I feel? What would it mean to other people? Just every single detail. What are the advantages? What would I be able to do if I accomplish this? And so you get into detail about the finish line. So that's pulling you toward, and the start line is pushing you away from. So the chances of you moving are far greater. The third is a deadline, and the deadline's value isn't so you need to finish at a certain time. Obviously, that's what a deadline is, but its purpose is that if you bring it a little closer than you would like, it creates that sense of urgency to get started. I haven't got long to do this, so I need to get started. That's really the only purpose of a deadline. And then the last part on the goal setting template is just a whole heap of space where you can answer these questions about what actually needs to be done. Who can I connect with that can make this goal easier or faster or better? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to start doing? Even what do I need to learn? By definition, a goal is something that you can't do. So becoming becoming a better version of yourself through the chasing down of a goal is really important. I think it might have been Jim Rohn or what have you would say that the achievement of the goal isn't really the value in goal setting. It is who you become in the pursuit. And I really believe that. So asking yourself, what perspectives, what perceptions, what beliefs, what fears do I need to address to ensure that I can accomplish this goal? So you grow as a person through the accomplishment of the goal is super important. But by definition, a goal is something that you can't do. So you need to ask yourself, what do I need to learn? If you can answer that question, you are going to be better, bigger, faster, stronger, whatever, just through the pursuit of this goal. Whether you achieve it or not is almost irrelevant at this point, because you can learn so much and grow so much just from the pursuit. As I said, I've got the template. If you want a template, more than happy to hook you up with one. You can send me a message through LinkedIn if you're watching this video on there. If you're watching it on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the notifications. We'll continue to do these videos that will come out weekly with a different theme each month, and you'll get notified when they come out. You can maybe ask me a question, or if you want a copy of the template, you can ask me through the comments there. My email is mick@buildersbusinessblackbelt.com.au. More than happy to receive an email from you and shoot you out a copy of the template, no issue. Whatever platform you're on, you can reach out, but give us a follow or a like or a thumbs up or whatever the protocol is that works for the platform you're watching this on, but more than happy to shoot you out a copy of it. It's really simple. I've told you exactly what's on it. If you ask for one and you get it and you go, that's pretty basic. Yep. Keep it basic, keep it simple, and understand the power in just those sort of 3 or 4 steps. But the template at least reminds you of what to do for each step. So I hope that's valuable. We'll be back again next week with another video. It'll be a different theme for the month. This month has been planning. If you want more information or ideas on planning, you can go back and look at the previous videos that we've done for this month. But I'd love to hear your comments, particularly if you start to implement some of this stuff and it starts to work for you. I'd love to hear about that. So reach out and let us know how you go. If you've got any questions, I'm here to help also. We'll talk to you again next week in another video. That is all. Bye for now.